Okay, it's important for me now to touch on the markers, okay, that we'll be looking for along the way in our journey of awakening. The markers that will help to signify, these would be milestones, whatever, that signify the progress that we're making. And again, it's important to realize that it's always about the progress that we're making that's important, not setting some endpoint goal, because there isn't an endpoint goal. It's a continual process of expansion, of growth, of unfolding. But one of the things that I would mention, because it's important that you realize that ultimately this teaching is very, very simple. And any great spiritual teaching should be known primarily for its simplicity. Okay, teachings that are overly complex, any complexity comes from the egoic structures through which the teaching flows, and every ego will add a certain level of complexity because that's what ego likes. Ego likes to be able to compare one system to another and look at the cleverness that it uses in its expression. But when you really sit in the presence of a great teacher like Eckhart Tolle, for instance, you recognize, and he points out, that the words, that the form that he's using is not very significant. What is significant is the spaciousness, the stillness, the presence out of which the words, the form, the teaching arises. This is what we're looking to come into contact with at greater and greater levels, is simply this inner state of stillness, again, that comes out of our communion with the divine, the sense of knowing everything. That everything, again, at this level of knowing, everything is utterly simple, because there's really, truly always only one thing going on. One thing. In this whole world, there's only one thing going on. Everything we look upon is simply a form of the one thing that is going on. And it might appear, in lots of Course in Miracles, people put it in the lingo of what we're looking upon is some version of a call for love. And to a point that's true. But at a deeper level, it's even more simple than that. That every one of us is created to be a portal or a channel through which divine expression might flow. So everybody's looking for a way to express their divine, creative self. Okay, you can call this love, you can call it light, you can call it creativity. Whatever words we use doesn't really matter. The point is that it's energy, that we are energy beings, and this divine energy is flowing through us, from the source, which is beyond time and space, through our heart. We call our fourth chakra space the center of our being. This is the place that this creative expression will flow through. So we're looking to cultivate this spaciousness within, so that this expression might flow through us. So everywhere we look, we're witnessing individuals in one form of expression or another. Now, if we see them experiencing what looks like a lot of conflict, a lot of pain, difficulty, whatever, it's just that they haven't become very clear channels yet, and they're trying to figure out a way to get clearer. And the way that most of us get clearer is by seeing the constructions that we've built up, these attachments that we've made, break down. These constructions need to fall apart. We need to basically undo the constructions that we've made. We're only going to undo them if they hurt, if they bring us into places of pain or frustration. People will only change when they realize that the constructions, the attachments that they're holding are not bringing them what they want, which is happiness, peace of mind. Okay, so again, the markers we're always looking for in any individual, for instance, in any teacher. You want to find, if you're looking for a teacher or a teaching, you want to find a teacher or teaching that is coming from a place of peace. Okay, and I would always put peace beyond happiness, because we tend to interpret happiness in our culture in a way of like, ooh, I'm happy. And you have a lot of bliss needs out there that are acting very happy as a compensation for the deep unhappiness within. Okay, to be truly happy, and if you've noticed, I've noticed in the different teachers that have really been attractive to me, that there's a deep peacefulness in them, a calmness in them. Okay, they're not overly exuberant, they're not overly happy, they're calm. And again, being energy beings, think about the whole yin yang thing, about balance, about the idea that we want to be on this middle way, which is peace. It's peacefulness, it's calmness. Okay, there's an ease. We want to go with the flow. And it doesn't mean that we're not at times feeling very happy, but it's important to recognize that at that level we're not very necessarily very clear, because all of us can have great happy moments that are really a lot about an egoic agenda being fulfilled. In the moment we're very happy, but in another moment we can be very depressed. And these are states of emotions that are attached to certain things in form, certain outcomes, whatever. So a much deeper level of energetic alignment would be peace. You could say that a level of happiness or joy that just comes out as a natural expression of who one is. And that's what we'll find in the end, is that our greatest happiness comes from our ability to be this expression, this creative expression of the divine. As we do this, we will feel this energy moving through us, and it will feel exciting or happy. We'll feel even joyful, because this is the fulfillment of our function. So again, looking at this level of calmness or peacefulness as a real marker for us on the path. And I'll end this session at this point. Thank you.